This is what nobody tells you about building a business from the ground up. The late nights, the early mornings, the constant hustling, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. As entrepreneurs, we often sold a dream of overnight success, of effortless wealth, and of unstoppable momentum. But the truth is, the journey to the top is rarely linear, and the real story of entrepreneurship is one of grit, perseverance, and adaptability. From the struggling startup founder to the seasoned CEO, every level of entrepreneurship presents its own unique set of challenges, opportunities, and lessons. It's a journey that requires you to be a master of multiple trades, a jack of all trades, and a constant learner. You'll need to navigate the twists and turns of the market, the ever-changing landscape of consumer behavior, and the internal struggles of self-doubt and uncertainty. As we delve into the uncharted territories of entrepreneurship, we'll explore the unseen struggles, the unspoken fears, and the unrelenting passion that drives the most successful entrepreneurs to push beyond the boundaries of what's possible. We'll examine the habits, the mindset, and the strategies that separate the champions from the challengers. In The Dream, we find ourselves in the life of Emma, a successful entrepreneur who has finally achieved the financial freedom she's always desired. With a salary of $50,000 per year, Emma is living a life of luxury, with a beautiful home, a fancy car, and the ability to travel wherever she pleases. Her daily schedule is filled with meetings with high-powered clients, strategy sessions with her team, and networking events that help her grow her business. Despite her success, Emma's days are long and grueling, often starting at 6 a.m. and ending at 10 p.m. She sacrifices time with her loved ones, often missing family dinners and special events. Her relationships suffer, and she finds herself feeling guilty for not being able to be there for the people she cares about. Emma's nights are filled with internal thoughts of self-doubt, wondering if it's all worth it. As she lies in bed, she can't help but think about the stress and pressure she's under, and the weight of responsibility that comes with running a successful business. As she drifts off to sleep, Emma's mind wanders to the early days of her business, when she was struggling to make ends meet. She thinks about the $000 per month salary she used to earn, and the tiny apartment she used to call home. She remembers the sleepless nights, the endless cups of coffee, and the countless hours of hard work that went into building her business from the ground up. Emma's thoughts are a mix of nostalgia and gratitude, as she realizes how far she's come. But as the days go by, Emma starts to feel a new sense of restlessness. She begins to wonder what's next, and whether she's truly fulfilled. She starts to think about scaling her business, and taking it to the next level. With a sense of excitement and trepidation, Emma starts to make plans for the future, and the possibilities that lie ahead. As she looks out at the city skyline, Emma knows that she's ready for the next challenge, and the next level of entrepreneurship. The dream has been achieved, but a new reality is waiting, one that will bring its own set of challenges and opportunities. The journey continues, and Emma is ready to take on whatever comes next. With a sense of determination and anticipation, we find ourselves at the dawn of a new era, where the dream has finally taken its first steps into reality. Meet Emma, a determined entrepreneur who has just launched her own business. It's year one, and the struggle is real. Emma's salary is a modest $0,000, a far cry from the six-figure dreams she once had, but she's willing to make sacrifices for the sake of her vision. Her daily schedule is a grueling one, waking up at 6 a.m. to tackle a never-ending to-do list. From marketing and sales to accounting and product development, she's a one-woman show, and the weight of responsibility is crushing at times. As the days blend together, Emma finds herself sacrificing precious time with loved ones, missing out on vacations, and putting her social life on hold. She's constantly plagued by self-doubt, wondering if it's all worth it. The long hours take a toll on her physical and mental health, but she perseveres, driven by a fierce passion for her craft. At night, as she lies in bed, Emma's mind is a jumble of thoughts. What if I fail? What if I am not good enough? What if I've made a huge mistake? The uncertainty is suffocating, but she pushes on, fueled by a determination to succeed. Despite the challenges, Emma's business is slowly gaining traction. She's landed a few clients, and the revenue is trickling in. It's not much, just $000 a month, but it's a start. As the months go by, Emma begins to find her footing, learning to navigate the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. She is still far from achieving her dreams, but she is making progress, and that is all that matters. As the year draws to a close, Emma reflects on the journey so far, the triumphs and the setbacks, and she knows that she is ready for whatever comes next. The fire in her belly is still burning bright, and she is eager to take on the next challenge. And so, with a sense of trepidation and anticipation, Emma steps into year 2, ready to face the unknown and take her business to the next level. The question is, what will the future hold for this intrepid entrepreneur? As we enter year 3, we find ourselves in the midst of a thriving business, with our entrepreneur, Alex, now earning a steady 0,000 per year. The daily grind has become more manageable, with a schedule that typically starts at 7 a.m. with a quiet moment of reflection, followed by a series of meetings with the growing team. By 10 a.m., Alex is knee-deep in strategy sessions, crunching numbers and discussing marketing plans with the crew. Lunch is often a working affair, with clients or partners, before diving back into the fray until 6 p.m. Despite the successes, Alex has had to make significant sacrifices. The social life is all but non-existent, with weekends often spent catching up on paperwork or attending industry events. Relationships have suffered, and the constant stress has taken a toll on physical and mental health. As the night draws to a close, Alex lies awake, wondering if it is all worth it. The doubts creep in, like unwelcome visitors, whispering what if and maybe I am not cut out for this. The pressure to constantly innovate and stay ahead of the competition weighs heavy on the mind, making it difficult to shut off the mental engine. And yet, despite these internal struggles, Alex persists. The fire that drove them to start this journey still burns bright, fueled by the occasional wins and the promise of a better future. As the business continues to grow, so do the opportunities. Alex starts to see the fruits of their labor, with a loyal customer base and a team that is beginning to take shape. The salary increases, and the potential for expansion becomes more realistic. As we leave year 3 behind, Alex is on the cusp of a major breakthrough, with the company poised to hit the 50,000 revenue mark. The question is, what is next? Will Alex be able to scale the business, or will the challenges of growth prove too great to overcome? As we transition into year 4, the stakes are higher, the possibilities more tantalizing, and the journey more unpredictable than ever. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear, Alex is ready to take on the next level, come what may. As we enter year 5, we find ourselves in the midst of a thriving entrepreneurial journey, with our protagonist, Emma, at the helm. Her business, once a fledgling startup, has blossomed into a reputable entity, garnering attention and accolades from industry peers. Emma's salary has skyrocketed to a staggering 50,000 per annum, a far cry from the meager 0,000 she earned just 2 years ago. Her daily schedule is a whirlwind of meetings, conference calls, and strategic planning sessions, often stretching from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., 6 days a week. Despite the trappings of success, Emma's sacrifices are plentiful. She rarely sees her loved ones, and when she does, she is often preoccupied with work-related concerns. Her social life has dwindled to virtually nothing, and she has begun to feel like a stranger in her own community. As she lies in bed at night, her mind racing with thoughts of expansion, investments, and market trends, she can't help but wonder if it is all worth it. The stress and pressure have taken a toll on her physical and mental health, leaving her feeling drained and exhausted. As the days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months, Emma's internal monologue becomes increasingly plagued by self-doubt. She questions her ability to scale the business, to lead her team effectively, and to make the right decisions. The weight of responsibility is crushing at times, and she often finds herself awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, searching for answers. And yet, despite these challenges, Emma perseveres, driven by an insatiable passion for her craft and an unwavering commitment to her vision. As we approach the midpoint of our journey, the landscape of entrepreneurship is about to shift dramatically. The stakes will be higher, the challenges more daunting, and the rewards more substantial. Emma's business will be forced to adapt, to evolve, and to innovate in order to stay ahead of the curve. The question is, will she be able to navigate the treacherous waters of year 6, or will the pressures of success ultimately prove too great to bear? The journey is about to take a dramatic turn, and MOS resolve will be tested like never before. With her business on the cusp of exponential growth, Emma stands at the threshold of a new era, poised to face the next level of challenges and opportunities that will define her entrepreneurial legacy. We find ourselves at the final stage, the exit, where the sacrifices of the past decade have culminated in a monumental decision. Meet Emma, a seasoned entrepreneur who has navigated the trials and tribulations of building a business from scratch. Her company, now a flourishing entity, has caught the attention of investors and suitors, and she is poised to sell for a staggering $0 million. Emma's daily schedule is a whirlwind of meetings, negotiations, and due diligence, as she works tirelessly to ensure a smooth transition. Her days begin at 6 a.m. with a quiet moment of reflection, followed by a flurry of emails, calls, and meetings that stretch late into the night. As she approaches the finish line, Emma's mind wanders to the personal costs of her journey. She has sacrificed countless weekends, holidays, and intimate moments with loved ones, all in the pursuit of her vision. Her relationships have been tested, and some have fallen by the wayside. The weight of her decisions keeps her up at night, as she wonders if it was all worth it. She earns a salary of $50,000 per year, but the true value of her labor is measured in the equity she has built, and the freedom that comes with it. As the exit looms, Emma's internal monologue is a jumble of emotions. She thinks about the early days, the struggles, and the doubts. She thinks about the people who believed in her, and those who didn't, and she thinks about the person she has become, a person she is not always sure she recognizes. The exit is not just a financial event, but a personal reckoning. And yet, as Emma stands at the threshold of this new chapter, she is struck by a profound realization. The journey, with all its twists and turns, was never about the destination. It was about the person she became along the way. The struggles, the sacrifices, and the triumphs, they all contributed to a deeper understanding of herself and her place in the world. The exit is not an end, but a beginning, a chance to reapply the lessons of the past to a new, unscripted future. In the end, Emma's story is not about the money, or the business, but about the evolution of a human being, forged in the fire of entrepreneurship.